As promised, let's start having some fun with tests. But before we do that, let's just make sure our whole test suite is actually successful at this point. Yeah, looks like everything's working. So we're going to create a new test, PHP artisan make test, and this is going to be update series test. Okay. So our first method we want to test is that the update actually works, right? So we're going to test a lot of different methods. It's going to help us refactor, going to help us clean up a little bit. So public function test, a user can update a series. Okay, so first of all, we must log in as administrator before we update a series. Second, we would make a put request to the specified endpoint, and then we're gonna make some assertions. So assert storage has image, for example. Also assert that database has a particular field and all of that. Okay, so let's start. We want to log in as admin. So we have our helpful this login admin method. Okay, this is actually going to look exactly like our create series test. We have this login admin, and we can actually disable exception handling while we're here so that we have clear errors. So we log in the administrator, make a put request. So this is what we need. So we'll change this from post to put. Laravel provides this for us. So now that we're logged in as admin, what we're going to do is create a series so that we can update it. So factory create for the series class. So I'm just going to import the series class right here. Okay, so now we have a series. We can make a put request to our server to update this series. So I'm going to say this put request, and the endpoint that we use to update series is route series.update, and we pass in the series slug, and then we need to pass in an array of the data. We'll have a title, and we'll just update it to new series title. We'll have a description, and we'll just update it to new series description. And we'll need to upload a file because now we are testing the complete update process. So we'll upload a file also during this update. So we'll have an image field, which would be an instance of uploaded file. But since we want to fake it, we'll call our fake method and call the image method on the fake uploaded file instance that we have, and we'll just call the image series.png. Okay, so that's what we're uploading. So I'll just import uploaded file at the top so we don't have any errors. Then we'll make some assertions. So let's just assert that the user is redirected after it's successful, and let's assert that the session has something. So assert that the session has session, and this should be successfully updated series. Now, to make our test more reliable, we can make sure that we are actually redirected to a particular route, and in this case, series.index. Okay, so we've asserted that we have a redirect and we have a session. Next, we want to assert that the image is stored. So we have to fake the storage. So we'll fake storage just like we did when we were creating a series. So use storage, and then we can run an assertion for the storage. So storage disk, this particular disk that we faked, and then assert that it exists as series image.png, but the title should be this right here. Okay, because we are automatically getting the string slug of the title, and then we are attaching the .png, and we are putting it in a series directory. Then finally, we want to assert that our database has a particular value, which is going to be exactly the same like this. So assert database has series, and the slug should actually be the string slug of the new title, this. Okay, awesome. So first we log in as administrator, then we create a new series, we fake the storage, the config, the default storage, then we make a put request to our server to this endpoint, passing in the series slug, so Laravel automatically knows what series we are updating. Update the title, description, update a new series, run our assertions that we are redirected to a particular route, run our assertion that we have a session, flash, and then we make sure that we have that in storage. Then we finally make sure that we have that stored in the database. Okay, so that's our test. Let's run that test individually and see what we get. So PHP unit with the filter flag, and we're filtering to this test only. Great, so we have our first failure. Failed asserting that null matches expected successfully updated series. So it means this put request was successful. We successfully redirected the user to this URL, and we have not saved this to the session. So let's fix that. And this should actually not be session. Let's save it as success. Okay, let me just run that test one more time. Okay, it gives us exactly the same error. Now we'll head over to our update series method right here, and at the bottom, just to fix this, let's session flash success, and this would be equal to exactly the same string that we have here. Okay, so successfully updated series. Let's run our test one more time. Oh, and now it's successful, which means everything works as expected. But there's a little bug in the application that we didn't figure out while we're uploading, which we are gonna actually find out in the very next video.